Out, and it's this giant white owl. Look. Wow. This is a cutting board, so I'm not gonna hurt it. Oh, there goes the cutting board. Whatever, Jason. Jeez. Oh my God. Pretty stoked about this fire. Morning. Oh, it's nice out. I think I brought too much. What is too much bacon? Haggard is out. What's up, guys? A little bit of an impromptu, kind of a spur of the moment overnighter. I'm gonna get back with you once I get into the trees. I'm going to a spot you've seen before. Been here with Dustin, been here several times by myself. So headed there. I'll catch you in a little bit. Okay, we're in the trees now. Still snow, definitely in the shaded areas. Honestly, to me, the snow's a good thing. I can use it as a refrigerator. Oh. There's a critter up there. Wow. That, you guys, was incredible. I couldn't believe it. I caught that on film. I was looking at this tree right here, and I immediately thought porcupine, because they'll climb up trees and kind of rumble around and stuff. But then he just pokes his face out, and it's this giant white owl. Look, there's a freaking white feather flying around. I know I hit record, and I know I got it flying out of that tree. But I'm gonna have to look to make sure, because that was too good to be true. This might look familiar. Giant wood pile here. Campfire. Was a tent and a tent there. This was mine and Dustin's camp up here. And that's a good look of firewood right there. Well, I was originally thinking of staying here, but I decided I'm gonna go up farther to my very original camp, because there's a chair there. But I am seeing something up here I want to take a look at, and I can already tell that I need to warn people that viewer discretion is advised. As you can see, guys, there's a dead deer, and this is from this winter for sure. Looking at the fur and the hooves, and it's strange because it's like strewn across this stump here. You can see the bones are picked clean. I'm not sure. My guess is that the deer probably died in the winter time. It may have died above this stump, like in the snow, in the deep snow, and then as the snow melted, it just so happened that the carcass just kind of fell up onto the stump. Just the way that all happened. It's kind of crazy. I'm already past the mile marker, and I bet you I have another less than a third of a mile to get to camp. So well, made it to camp. I actually walked in a big circle once I got to camp, because I was just trying to get that owl to fly out one more time, but dang it. Oh well. Anyway, I know I'm at camp because here is my ancient chair that's been here since I was a young pup. And this is where my tent pad usually is, with the view. So all is well. I do have some snow over kind of by where I usually hang out under the trees, but I think this is gonna be it. So I think I'm gonna get the tripod out, put my backpack up on a hanger that I have made over here, and start getting at her. What's it? I don't know, man. So the steak and the bacon, they could probably be just fine getting a little warm. I mean, whatever. But since I have the snow here, I am going to cool them off in the snow. But I'm not going to put them in the snow on the ground, because when I go for my hikes or whatever, them being on the ground is just asking for any kind of critter to be able to come get them. So I have just my steak and just my bacon in there. And I'm just going to go ahead and shovel just a couple handfuls of snow in the bag. And then I can hang the bag in the tree. I'm not in a huge hurry. It's 1:22 right now, so it's pretty early. This is what I am most excited about. This camp is this chair. This is awesome. I am so excited for this. The knife that I brought, the good old Mora stainless steel, cheap guy with the Scandi grind. Just Mora, you know, decent, awesome knife. Maybe I will set up the tent just to do something and just to get that out of the way. Really needing a 3-season tent right now. Probably the last trip of the year in this one. I appreciate all of the input on my what tent to buy video. I definitely have a lot of cool people watching, and I know that every tent that is in those comments is probably badass, and I'm sure I would like any of them. I'm not quite sure which one I'm going to go with yet. I have a couple ideas, but a lot of insight into something that I'm looking to buy and use forever, hopefully. So anyway, I'm going to get my bed set up and then start focusing on some firewood and a fire pit, stuff like that. Well, I got a little cocky with time there. It's almost 3 now. And I haven't gotten any firewood yet. I mean, it's fine. There's still tons of time, but I did want to make a couple extra stakes for my tent. The wind can get a little crazy here in Wyoming. And right now my tent's kind of exposed to the way that the wind's blowing. So I just need to make, I only brought 4 stakes and they're in. And I know the tent's probably not going anywhere even with those 4, but I'm gonna make a couple extras. I could also do some guy outs and tie to some rocks and stuff, but I think these few extra stakes that I sharpened off should be fine. And then I'll start collecting some firewood, and I need to get some rocks too to build a fire pit here as well. Nice. So if you haven't seen my previous videos before, this tree is the Utah juniper, and this is the only tree really in this whole area. And the Utah juniper has some pretty good wood, but a lot of it you're cutting off of live trees, but you can tell when a branch is dead. So right here, for instance, this branch has nothing living on it. Now the green is on the branch behind it, but this branch right here, as you can see, is completely dead. And you can tell just by the twigs that are on it. So there's actually like 3 of them in here. That one, and that one, and this one down here that I'm gonna take, and they probably will be a good chunk of wood for me. So there's a pretty good pile going. It's 3:14 right now. Probably honestly won't start a fire until 5:30, 6 o'clock. I do need to build a pit. I didn't bring any kind of shovel, which is alright. I usually don't dig a fire pit. I usually just kind of brush any of the dead stuff away and then just build a kind of a C shape, like a square of rocks. And everything's soaking wet out here still. There's snow everywhere. I'll be able to put the fire out with the snow just easy. So this saw really sucks. I looked at my buck saw when I was packing and I was like, I don't need that saw, that big saw for all this little stuff. Even though this one sucks, like whatever. And I wish I would have brought it. I could have just done like 3 strokes and it would cut a lot of this stuff so fast. And this thing just binds up. It's just not a good saw. So okay, I got a little more firewood there. So hopefully that'll help me out a little bit and be good enough. I'll probably get some more just in the next little bit, but I do need to build a fire pit right here. So I'm gonna go get some rocks and build a pit there. Found some good stones. And really, usually what I do is I just kind of dig this initial layer of soil back, so I got nothing but wet under soil here. Typically keep my fires pretty chill. No need for anything crazy big. I do need it to be as wide as the grill is, which is doesn't take a lot. And then I was thinking this would be a great backdrop of a rock here. Just like that. Rock there. Maybe this one can go right here. There's my fire pit. I know the freaking light just has it all wonky. Camera doesn't know what to do, but that's kind of the style I roll with usually, just a C-shaped with a big, like, what they call a chimney rock kind of thing. But I really can't wait around any longer. I've just been kind of hanging out. It's nice enjoying the quiet and stuff, but it's hard sitting still. And it'd be nice to get the fire going and some light, and also even cook in the daylight would be nice too. So okay, I'll start by building a little bit of a corduroy type base here as best as I can here, just to keep everything up off the wet soil. Shouldn't take a lot. I am starting the fire with a new method I've never used before, so that'll be interesting. I ordered a couple weeks ago on Amazon some fat wood. I wanted to do something a little different and try some like bushcrafty kind of stuff out, because I haven't done that in a long time. I've been doing so much backpacking and whatnot that. But this is like a satchel of fat wood here that I ordered from Amazon, and I don't have the details with me, but I can put the link and stuff on the video. But it was cheap, you know, it was like $7 or $8 for a couple bundles like this. And this fat wood, and oh, it smells really good. You can tell it's super resinous. And there's a whole bundle of them in here. It's funny because Corbin, on the last trip that we were on last weekend, the couples trip, he had some fat wood that Devin gave him, and it worked really good. Like, it caught a spark like I couldn't believe. So hoping that same thing will happen this trip, but thinking about splitting a couple of these up into a few little tiny slivers and then doing some shavings and see how they take the spark from the fire steel. Should work out pretty well. I'm gonna maybe make a couple little slivers, little splits like that, and try to get those fired up. Maybe I'll do one more here, a little bit bigger. This is a cutting board, so I'm not going to hurt it with the knife blade. Oh! I could just do this, I'm sure. Oh, there goes the cutting board. I'm not going to hurt the cutting board by stabbing a hole right in the middle of it. Well, that's cool. Whatever, Jason. Jeez. That'll be good for blooper. I just want to get some nice slivery pieces here. And as bad as I am with shavings, don't judge me, but I'm hoping that I can get maybe some good shavings off of one of these here without even stabbing a hole in the frickin' cutting board while I'm at it. Who knows? Yeah, I can tell that there's just like resin in there. It's definitely sticky, gooey resin. Alright, well, I'm curious, so I'm just going to go for it here. So, let's stick some shavings right there. And we'll just see how she goes here for a second. Oh yeah. Look at that. Should have put my gloves on, I guess, for this whole thing. But look at that go. Oh man, that is champion. Alright, where's my glove? Oh, it smells so good too. Go ahead and just throw a stick bundle on there. Oh man, it smells so good. Some bigger stuff. Now I just need some hot coals to cook my steak on. I want the steak room temp. There she is in all of her glory. Marinated in Spade Ale seasoning, the best seasoning in the world. And garlic and a little soy sauce. Alright, well I need to be patient a little bit and just let some good coals build up. I'm moving these long sticks in as they burn. But I'm rethinking my fire cooking situation. I think I'm going to go grill like lengthwise in and out of the sea on one side. Try to keep a fire on the other side even though it's really narrow. But since it's a thick steak, I have a feeling that once I get a bed of coals going, they might not stay hot long enough to cook it. I need to have a fire going kind of on the other side. Let's fold the leg in. I'm going to put a rock right there. Winging it here, guys. Winging it. I'm telling you. Okay. If that's not sketchy enough. But I'm going for it. So let's see. Steak's going on. Okay guys, the steak is sizzling. So there is some good coals under there. Okay, I'm getting a lot of sizzle. I think it's really hot. So I'm going to flip this because I don't want to burn the heck out of it. Oh yeah, look at that. Whew! I think I might move some of the embers out of there, honestly, because I think it's cooking too fast. There was even a little flame reach in there. I think it's about ready. Okay guys, so the idea that I have in my head is that I'm going to use the leather gloves to pick the grill up and the legs will stand out and I'll be able to set it over here. Okay, already didn't work. So, I might just have to pick the steak up and put it on the cutting board. Maybe, I don't know. Here, let me try something else. Ooh, it's hot. Oh yeah, oh yeah. This is working perfectly. Oh yeah. Woo. See if I can grab it without destroying my fingers. Whew. My only concern is that it's not done enough in the middle, but I do like rare. I just don't like cold. But I don't think that's going to be a problem with this one. So let's just dig in and see. Right down the middle. There's a bone in there. T-bone, duh. Oh, just the char. Oh, I think I overcooked it. Overdone. Wow, I'm surprised. Oh, wow. Oh, wow. That is it. I know I overcooked it, but it's just so tender. And juicy. Oh my god. This is the best not rare steak I've ever had. I mean, it's just falling apart. Look at this. It's like ribs. Best steak I've cooked in the wild. By far, 100%. I mean, watch, it just falls completely apart. You can't even, I mean, there's not even, it's like I cooked it for 14 hours. So I can kind of clean this stuff off. Easy on the knife there, buddy. Oh, the grease. Oh, that was so good. I can't believe that. Okay, time to get serious about this fire here. Those embers did me awesome. In fact, I overcooked the steak because I thought that the embers wouldn't do me that well. Look at this. Sure, I've talked about this before, but I always flip a battery the wrong way in my headlamp because it has a way of turning itself on. Too many camps I've shown up and the headlamp is like almost dead because something hit the button and it turned itself on in my pack. And it won't hurt to just zip it down, jack it up real quick before I get too chilly just while I'm at it. But I just noticed something amazing, and it's that freaking moon. And I know the camera does not do it justice. But that thing is huge. And it is bright. I didn't realize I had a full moon tonight, or almost a full moon. So I am stoked about that. That's going to give me some good light tonight. Just walking around, I might not need a headlamp at all. So that is pretty cool. My campfire light down there at the bottom, and then the moon shining through. This camera usually doesn't catch anything at night, but it is getting that. So guys, hopefully I'll be able to put the pictures in the video, but you can't see it good now. The moon in the top left, the fire in the bottom right. When I take a photograph with this camera, it is amazing, actually. Still hanging around the fire. Lots of stars out tonight. Really dope. Yeah, just having a good time. Thanks for joining me. It's really awesome. Ready for bed. I got the Marmot Trestles 30, and I think it's going to be warm enough. I got the liner inside, so I got an extra liner, and then I have a liner outside. Plus I have my down jacket if I need it, if it gets that cold. But it's warm right now. It's like 40s, I think, right now. So morning. It's 6:30 and the sun's coming up, and I slept great. It was just warm enough for this bag, so I was warm and I slept really good. If it was a little bit colder, it probably would have been too cold, but it was just right, so I'm glad that I brought it. But yeah, anyway, I need to get a fire going in order to make coffee, so I'm going to get up and pack some things away and then crawl out and, yeah, start a fire. Today is supposed to be like the nicest day this week so far, so looking forward to that. And I'm going to take my time getting out of here. It's early. It's not even 7 yet. Oh, it's nice out. Yeah. Okay. See our fire. There's probably not a lot left of it. I did collapse the rocks on top of it just to try to keep it from spreading. So I'm going to have to build those back out. But I need to get a fire going because I still, even though I brought tons of water, I still drank all of it. And I melted snow last night. But I'm going to drink all that water like right now. So I need to melt more snow. Thankfully there is snow here, or I'd be screwed. I'd be really thirsty right now. So I'm going to have to figure out my water program. There she goes. So I finally got a boil going here. So this is not Jameson, this is Reese's coffee creamer. And I'm gonna do about half of it. Save the other half for maybe another cup of coffee. So excited for that. Pick up a dirty old stick here to stir it. And I'm gonna enjoy that. Oh, it's so good. Okay, I got the tent put away. And while that was happening, I got my water boiling. So I'm going to try the same program as yesterday with the bacon. This time I think that I am going to leave the grill tall because I want to just slow cook this bacon. I think I brought too much, but then again, what is too much bacon? But if I can't fit it all on the grill, then that's probably too much. Maybe I need to go lengthwise like that, as long as it doesn't fall through. Should be okay. There is some friggin' heat under that bacon though, for sure. I went to flip one and I lost it. The fire's out of control. I did too good of a job making the fire come back. Plus the wind's picking up. Oh no, don't lose another. That's why I brought extra. It's because I always drop most of it. Just trying to slow cook this stuff. I don't want flames licking on it. Before the bacon gets too done, I'm gonna prep my bagel that kind of feels like it got wet a little bit, but whatever. And then I got these cream cheesies to put on there. Oh my god! Duh! Fire's hot, Jason. Fire is hot. Don't drop the freaking bagel. Going extra cream cheese, extra bacon, the whole friggin' lot. It's gonna get all soft though when I put that hot bacon on it. That one got crispy. I do not mind soggy bacon, guys, so please don't cry for me that it's not crisp. I don't know if I'm gonna be able to fit all of the bacons on the bagel, but I'm gonna try. Oh my gosh. Quadruple stack baconator bagel going in. Yep. Wow, guys, that was really good. I definitely killed it on the food program this trip. Just like all good things must come to an end. I need to pack up and get out of here. I don't want to make more water. I don't want to keep this fire going anymore. I got just enough water to get me out of here the mile out. So, I'm gonna start packing. Alright guys, thank you so much for joining me. Really awesome little trip. About a mile walk to the truck. I appreciate it, guys. Thank you so much for joining me. Until next time, Haggard is out.